right. In my head, I'm completely convinced that this thing is ruined from running low on coolant. So I'm gonna go take it for a rip down the highway just so I can go to sleep. I don't know if this was me leaking. That spot was from where I put the coolant in it. I don't know what that right there is, but I also don't know how coolant would be coming out the bottom. If it does have a leak, I obviously need to fix it. But coolant is a pretty cheap fluid, so for nothing else than making my weekend plans happen, we can still make it. I guess I'll go ahead and spill the beans in this video. I have a surprise for Anna that she doesn't know what it is yet. I have like a Highland cow, like the fluffy cow petting experience for Anna for Valentine's Day, and she doesn't know what it is. I just told her it was something to do with animals, so she probably thinks I'm like going on a fishing trip. But Saturday I'm going to take her to do that, and we might have a wheel trade on the way, maybe not. I'd like to get some money for them reps, if now that I've got these mud grapps. Like, that was kind of my purchase. She's good. I feel better about it. I'm going to try to just delete from my memory that whole part of that trip. But mud grapps in the bed, truck ready to go. When I get out of class tomorrow, we're going to go to the shop. I also heard that there's a shop in town that you can get a lifetime alignment from, so I'm finna see what's up with them. That definitely seems like it would be worth a little bit extra money, because an alignment's like 120, 130 bucks anyway. So if it's 150 and I can basically get a warranty alignment, I'd be stupid not to do that. All right, coolant did leak overnight, so we're probably not gonna mess with trying to get the tires in alignment today. Let's see if we can get this fixed, because if we fill it back up and it leaks back out, we just wasted coolant. I'm pretty sure if I pull the fender well liner off and the crash bar, I can get to that hose up there that looks like where it's coming from. Maybe. If not, I can see the issue. If we can get that fixed, we'll just make a better plan and drop the truck off and get it worked on tomorrow, get the tires in alignment. The leak hunt begins. Well, I say begins. We just pulled the fender well liner off, and I found this fitting that is a potential culprit right now. Let's hop back in. It's either leaking at this or up above it. I'm not sure what that part right there is. I can actually see it better on camera. Okay, so, all right, so you got this right here, this little cap, see it sliding? I don't know if that's supposed to be able to slide, but right here's the nut. All right, I'm just gonna put this back together, dude. I can put coolant in it and drive it to the shop in the morning to get the tires and the alignment done. And then Dad said he can help me tomorrow afternoon. It'll hold coolant enough for me to drive down there and drive it home. It just, at worst case scenario, cost me $14. So we'll just do that before I get torn into it too far to drive. I'm not sure where the leak's coming from. It looks like it's coming out of like the bottom corner of the radiator down here, but I don't know, bro. We already got 3 people out here to work on this, so let's just pull the blocks, man. Why not? We're gonna knock them off with the breaker bar and then hit it with the impact and then jack it up. Oh, blocks almost out, dude. The truck just fell on me. Dude, if the tire was off of that, it would have hurt so bad. It landed on my knee somewhere. What happened?
That ain't right.
That's leaning, son. Man, my knee hurts. Woo. Finally got it jacked up enough, dude. These leaf springs are leaf springing. All right, let's get them out and drop her back down. Okay, I got one side tight, or not tight, but with the nuts on put together. I'm gonna loosen it down a little bit, line it up, get that one tight, and then we'll give it the final adjustments and crank her down. All right, I think we're lined up. Oh, it's in over here. It's in over there. All right, let's put the shackle on, and then we get to do the classic tradition of driving off the jack to get the real height reveal. I think this is the final reveal. We've been trying to get her lined up. All right, it's in. This mud grap's still under here. I don't know how I'm gonna get that out. That's all. Huh? Oh, look at her. You can actually get the block off. I thought I was gonna get to drive over it. Leaning, son. Go see what it looks like from the front. Hey, okay, peak Nefson. How about that? Butterfly doors on it. What's the scooter doing? What's the scooter doing? Okay. All right, radiator not fixed, but blocks are out. Tomorrow morning before class, we're gonna take this to the shop. So I'll pick y'all up in the morning. We're gonna be back with tires, alignment, and hopefully radiator tomorrow afternoon. Functioning radiator. Here's a true height. Had to get that tire out from under it. I'll give you all the full reveal in the morning in the daylight, but that's pretty clean. I don't know if that's much different than what we had before, but let's do a daylight transition. I moved it last night and messed it up. Okay, we're taking it to the shop to drop it off. We gotta go get Gavin's truck right now. He's gonna go pick me up. The water leaked out like the passenger side, so it was parked on the incline that direction, so I don't know where it's leaking out of. All right. Rubbing. There she is. We will be back this afternoon. They're gonna run the diagnostic on the coolant link too, so hopefully we can figure out what that is, and maybe if it's something small, me and Dad can actually get that fixed. And that's a good thing to do. I think that's worth the money to make sure it's not something serious, and you know, figure out what it is that needs to be fixed. Because it was like 90 bucks for a diagnostic, which like they'll probably pull the, I don't know if they'll pull the bumper off or what, but I'm just talking now. That seems expensive, but at the same time, I could pretty quickly waste 100 bucks or 100 bucks worth of time trying to figure out what it was and getting it wrong. Dude, my hair has not been this long in like forever. Man, I can't wait to get this chop. Oh, all right, fellas, truck is done. We're gonna go pick it up after my next class here. I got a haircut at like 4:30, so we gotta get to, I got a haircut at like 4:30, so we gotta get the truck and get there, but the radiator is cracked, so we gotta figure that out. That sucks, but could have pretty easily blown the motor up, so I'm just gonna try to look at it in a positive sense. All right. Oh, almost crashed. Let's go get the rig. Oh yeah, shot touchdown. How about that? All right, let's go pay and then we'll take a look at her. All right, all done. That wasn't even that bad. And the diagnostic fee to tell me my radiator was cracked. I think the dealership might help me with that. So we'll see what they're on. I don't know if we need to drive it this weekend, but we'll see, I guess, just how it's holding. Let's see what these graphs look like. Yeah, for sure, dude. Those got some meat on them. I mean, look, these right here are just now touching the claw. I think the back two were like, no, they're all pretty much the same. Beautiful, dude. That is awesome. And just like the value of this, getting those off marketplace versus buying new mud grapps. I mean, I'm cheaper into this than I would be a set of 35 Renegades, so that's awesome. I'd definitely rather have 80% tread grapps than Renegades. I'm excited to see how it dries. I'm excited to see how it turns. I know mud grapps are a little bit bigger than, you know, like them 35 Pioneers, so might rub a little bit worse. I don't see just a ton of leakage. Maybe, I don't know if it all leaked out or if it's just sitting here at an angle. Dude, I haven't rode on grapps since high school. I could feel the hum. It's coming back to me, man, that Nefson feeling. Dude, this is so exciting, actually. All right, I'm not gonna be a redneck here and try to turn across 4 lanes. I'm gonna go down and pop a Yui. This is something that people in the South cannot fathom doing. Going down and turning around instead of turning left across 4 lanes and a turning lane. They feel smooth. The alignment feels, oh, don't hit me, fam. My fault. They feel smooth. The alignment feels smooth. Let's hop out and see it on level ground real quick. Man, how about that? It's dirty. It needs clean bad, but that is a perfect amount of lean, dude. The stack levels. You know, I haven't really talked about the level setup as if everybody in here saw my first video. This is a 2.5, let me get over here. This is a 2.5 top with a 1.5 bottom. So we have stock uppers and the bump stops. The alignment actually looks like it pushed the uppers out a little bit. We need to cut the bump stops. I got the grinder in here to do it, but I got a few minutes till my haircut. Let's go over here to the fairgrounds and see if we can get like a Bubba TikTok before I clean this thing again. Wait a minute, I just thought about this. Are my tires in the bed? That was like an 80% tread set of street tires. Okay, perfect. Flip this little dangle under here. Boom. All right, let's go make a TikTok real quick. Crap, I gotta meet Gavin like right now. I don't have time for that. Hang on, we'll make a TikTok later. Ah, wait a minute, bro. Dang it, they didn't even do my alignment. I should have specified. He called me and it was noticeably a little bit faster than it would have took to do tires and an alignment. Dadgummit. Well, definitely not gonna drive it this weekend without an alignment then and ruin them graphs. Dang it, dude, that's my fault. I told that girl on the phone I needed tires and an alignment. I just thought that dude at the counter understood. That's, dang, dude, these freaking roads. That's why you can't run 6s in anywhere. I don't even know what I was talking about now. Oh, I guess I'm not gonna drive it this weekend without an alignment. That's my fault though. I told that girl that I needed tires and alignment, but I didn't make sure dude at the counter knew that. I just thought he knew that was, or I guess I thought that was on my like work order, but I didn't have a work order, so dang it. Ah, oh well. Oh yeah. Why does the tires look bald? This thing's so dirty, bro. You need to wash this for your weekend trip. Man, I need my pew-pews. Oh yeah, what a beautiful sound. Suckers are singing, son. So I do got plenty of time before the haircut, so let's find a gravel road to hit the TikTok on. What am I looking at right now? Is this a non-maxed out 5-inch? Man, a 4-wheel drive bracket lift should be illegal. Oh, give me the old classic. Now let me just get number 9 with a Dr. Pepper, large, please. Okay, if y'all got other sodas, you just stop.
We got Coke, beer, Sprite,
all right.
orange.
Coke's fine. That's all. All right, thank you. It's a little bit harder to enjoy like the kid burgers after the Epstein files dropped. What is saying there about McDonald's being human meat? I gotta come look at this thing, man. Oh, it's a high country? Dude, that thing would be nuts with spindles. Fam, if you drive this truck and you're seeing this video, get you some 4.5 spindles. Oh, man. Grapps are a little bigger. It rubs not much worse at all than Pioneers, but you know, this is the only time I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna throw this little teaser in this video right now. I still have my pink 5-inch, and y'all haven't seen it go on my black truck. And me and Aiden's next Louisiana show is gonna be a pretty big deal. So I think y'all can see where I'm going with that, with my 14 to 18 lift and my 2018 truck here. Was that like too cryptic to make any sense? Bro, this whole town is skint back, fam. Is this my fault? This is my hometown. I don't need to be saying my fault because somebody low-key got killed on a wreck here a couple weeks ago. But I'm not trying to diminish any side involved in that. That's super sad on the dude that lost his life and super sad on the kid that was involved in the wreck. But that's going to be a problem for West Tennessee because they'll put out a statement about that and then every cop is just going to write squat tickets. Look at this thing though, dude. What? Well, he's walking off. I was going to talk to dude about his truck. This is a huge McGoy's though, dude. What the crap? Kryptonite with a 2-inch? 7-9s with a, oh, with a 3-inch top. That's what it is. Dang, dude. That is big. Is this one an LTZ? Yeah. Huh. That, I could definitely see this thing leaning on the 5-inch, man. I just zoomed in on my camber. This thing's so clean. What up, dude? I was coming to, is this you? Yeah. I was coming to video this, man. All right, let's get the clip. This is a little bit of a Bubba spot, but not really. This thing looks so good, dude. I can't believe I didn't get my alignment, but we got pretty good clearance. Turns all the way to right there. Totally clearing in the back. I think we could definitely fit 7s. Should I take this whole thing off? Do other people take this off or do they leave it? I don't know. Let's make a video real quick. Golly, dude, it's the 16 to 18 takeover around here. Man, this thing is slick. It won't focus. Come on, bro. Dang. I like that. I just turned on the wrong road. Bro, I am not unk enough to be this nostalgic, but the lifted truck sitting outside the tennis courts at the high school kind of makes me sad. Not sad, but like, that was your boy back in the day. I had my big, I was sitting down there hitting serves on my dang squatted new body on a pink super lift. Wait, is this dude Google Earth, bro? Why is Lexington like the most interesting town on the planet right now? This is like my 2,000 person hometown. Look at this, dude. Bubba rigs everywhere, the lean rigs, Google Earth is here. This joint is popping. I'm gonna go over to the lake and see my grandma. I haven't said anything about this on here because I don't want it to look like I'm just, you know, somebody coming on for attention, but she's having some health complications. Try to spend as much time as possible with her. Everything's been a little bit rough the last couple of weeks, but I have a lot to be grateful for. That's always the way that I try to look at stuff. You know, cracked radiator, that sucks, but I just as easily could have blown my motor up. Bubbled a tire on them G13s, irritating. Could have just as easily cracked the wheel on the ice. Lose the alternator in the Ultima. I'm upset about that. It's something that I literally could not have got done, and then somebody is just randomly at the hotel that knows how to do it to help me. Even in stuff that just knocks me down a peg, frustrates me, humbles me, whatever, like, God still provides. That is always proven. You know, when I'm upset about something I don't get, something I didn't get to buy, like not getting to go to this show this weekend, well, there was a reason. You know, like there was a plan somewhere in there. God's going to provide for the way that it needs to happen. I can see that with my entire business. I truly feel like God has kept me humble and helped me do things the right way. Not let me have everything I wanted, quite frankly. You know, I had to wait. And like I said, I don't really get on here and talk about this stuff a whole lot, but a lot of people think about truck shows as just making a crazy amount of money. And there are some shows that pop off, and I'll just be honest. You know, some of these big, like 500, 600 truck events, especially weekends, they can make 30 to 50 grand. I never had a payout like that. You know, I remember my first show that I did really good on, I made 10, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm on top of the world. Even though that sounds like a lot, after expenses, that's really not just a crap ton of take home. So I really feel like there was a reason that God kind of kept me humble. Instead of letting me have that big $20,000 payout straight off the rip, I got enough. I got some extra money, but I got enough to reinvest and have the next thing happening. Like, I was never without. I think I borrowed from Dad a couple times, but I was always provided for. There was a lot of times that I underestimated how much money I would make, but I never didn't get enough. So even my worst show, dude, even my worst show, and it was a great event for the people that came. I'm not even gonna say what event it was, but if you were there, you know what it was. My smallest show, it broke even. You know, I don't know if I lost any money on that one. Didn't make any, but there's a plan for you. God's gonna take care of you. Long story short, after all this rambling is don't get discouraged. Stuff happens, but everything has a purpose. Ah, she's fine. She in there yelling at telemarketers still. She actually does seem like she's in a pretty positive mood. Papa said that they had a biopsy here next week. So see what happens there. Y'all just keep her and the family in your prayers, man. Golly, I didn't realize I was in there till dark. Oh well, that's worth it. Let's get back to school. We got a party tonight. Hopefully it won't be dead. My private Christian school Greek life is not just insane. I've been beating the road. We headed back to school, letting everybody hear my grapps and reassert my dominance in the hometown. I love the grapps, dude. It's just such a perfect level of vibration. Like, it rides smooth, but you can still feel it.
Stop it.
Phew. Back in Jackson. Radiator's still leaking a little bit, but we're not having any kind of overheating issues. I'm not gonna push my luck though and drive it till it like blows a hole in it and actually tears the truck up. Do got an appointment on Thursday to get it worked on. I think the dealership's gonna help me a little bit, so big shout out to them for that. I don't really know how long this video is. Like, this right here could very well be the end, or I might want to record more to make it longer. I don't know. I know it's kind of disappointing when you're really engaged and like enjoying a YouTube video and it ends at like that 10 to 12 minute mark. So we really want to try to push like that 16 to 17 minutes, but I'm not just gonna BS to make a video 17 minutes. And I'm surprising Anna tomorrow though, so I could video that. I just can't get over how good this looks, dude. And I can't wait to get like the paint match. I can't wait to get the paint match and the tint and the mud flaps pulled off. I don't know why I haven't done this yet. I don't know. They don't really look bad when they're not dirty. They look white right now. So yeah, you can obviously really see that. The tint obviously really needs to be done as well. I want to see what it looks like with the white bumper, and then we'll obviously paint match the plastic and go with the chrome tow hooks. Then we'll paint match the mirrors. I've always wanted to take a truck and pull this right here out and paint match it, but I don't know if that's like actually feasible. Fam, it is literally easier to get 21 rated products when you're not 21 than 2 weeks after your birthday. My like original ID won't scan, and I can't even buy a can of Zins in a gas station, fam. If I had a fake ID, would I really make it say my birthday was 2 weeks ago? Habibi just kept scanning it, dude, and I told him, I was like, oh, it's not gonna scan. That's my original ID. He just looked at me like he didn't understand what I was talking about. I was like, dude, that's not my new ID. Like, it's not gonna scan it. He kept trying to scan it. Dude, put the birthday in. Which maybe their system is where you have to scan an ID to ring something up. And she's back in her parking spot sitting on the coolant leak from yesterday. Oh man, finna hit my room, run in here, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Get ready for this little function. It's a white lies party. I don't think I have a white t-shirt. I hate squatted trucks.